Welcome back to Banging the Can, the Houston sports podcast that does not apologize for championship rings and tings. Jesus Christ could walk on water. I'm a crip walk on the sea. I'm your host, Ross Bolen, and you know we are definitely talking Texans today. Texans, Jags. We've also got huge Garry Bird news to discuss as well. Actually, let's just start. Let's start with the Rockets. Let's start with our most positive possible pick of a team right now. Jalen Green set to return after, I think, 4 weeks. And here's a quote. "The fact that I'm coming back from a hamstring injury in 4 weeks and I'm coming in and doing the things I am right now, it's just a blessing," Green said. Quote, "It's going to be so much easier when the games start." So obviously he's very excited to get back. It's tough to sit out a full month in your rookie season. He's excited to be there and be a part of the team, and he had to sit through the whole win streak on the bench and not be a part of it. Looking forward to seeing what he looks like, how spry he may be, Jalen, after 4 weeks riding pine. And I'm really looking forward to see him gel with Big Al. Sengun. That dude, the future. These are our two guys, Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun. And to see them on the floor together, meshing for the remainder of the season, is really my only goal for the Rockets. Henceforth, post-Christmas. Speaking of Rockets, we waived the infamous Danuel House on Friday, bringing it into a, I guess you could call it tumultuous. The Chronicle did. 4 years with the team. Didn't really do shit post-Harden. And the thing he will always be remembered for is when he got booted out of the bubble during the semifinals against the Lakers because he had an affair with like a COVID tester. I mean, just one of the more outrageous sports stories to come out of the pandemic. And you could argue it derailed a Rockets postseason run. Many did. And it certainly wasn't good. He was a massive piece of the team at that point. He had bright spots, Danuel House. But all said and done, he'll always be the guy to me that got bonked in the bubble for being 2H. Oh, one time, let it be a bad bitch testing me for COVID would be the remix to that famous Kanye West line. Not my personal desire. I am taken. In other news, in conjunction with waiving Danuel House, the Rockets converted Garrison Matthews from his two-way contract, agreeing to a 4-year deal worth roughly $8 million. Look, Garrison Matthews, now known as Garry Bird, and I will note with 2 R's, because Garrison has 2 R's. It's only right that Garry Bird has 2 R's in Garry, so it's Garry Bird, just to be very abundantly clear about his nickname. But between November 27th and December 11th, over 8 games, he shot 43.8% on 9.1 attempts from 3, earning that nickname, Garry Bird. According to Cron.com, he's just 25, young enough to fit in with the team's core. With his ability to catch and shoot on the move, he brings a skill set unique to the roster. Everybody likes watching Garrison play. Nobody liked watching Danuel play anymore. Win-win, baby. Bye-bye, Danuel. Hello, Garry Bird. Good times for the Rockets. Jalen Green returning. Al P is the future. We've won some games. I'm still a little worried about tanking our own tank. But we'll see what happens. And that'll take us to our next topic, because I'm also worried about the Texans winning games. It's not good. We're looking for draft position. But before we get to that, today's episode of Banging the Can is brought to you by MyBookie. The holiday season is upon us, and MyBookie is in the giving spirit with 12 straight days of giveaways. Every day, there's a new exclusive promotion for you to redeem, and the best part is it's all free when you sign up and make your first deposit with MyBookie. Starting December 21st and ending on January 1st, you can bring in the new year right with giveaways that can help you fill your stocking with cash this season. From odds boost to casino chips to straight-up locks, MyBookie's 12 days of giveaways is a can't-miss promotion, and that's not all. To get started, MyBookie is matching all first-time deposits up to $1,000 when you use the promo code BTC, as in banging the can, to support the show. That's double your funds to double your winnings and get in on all the best action this holiday season at MyBookie. Don't miss out. Double your first deposit today up to $1,000 using promo code BTC, as in banging the can, when you sign up. Head to MyBookie, place your bets, get in on the best 12 days of the year today. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie, code BTC to support the podcast and let them know we sent you. That's what the code is for. 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Stipulations apply. Code BTC at MyBookie today. Texans play the Jags. It was known as the Stupor Bowl, coined by Battle Red Blog. And it was that. I mean, granted, it wasn't as painful as I thought it would be to watch for us, because Davis Mills has continued to improve. We won 30-16. So, I mean, the problem is that the Jags are one of the teams we are fighting for draft position right now. And by winning, again, tanking our own tank is a thing we're trying to avoid here. Rockets and Texans. Do we want to see improvements? Yes. Do we want to see growth? Yes. I mean, mostly with the Texans, we just want to see the team disbanded. But with the Rockets, we want to see those things. With the Texans, if I had to pretend that I wanted to root for them, then the thing I'd be looking for is improvement in Davis Mills. And we're getting that. He's been solid. Definitely outplayed Trevor Lawrence. Not that that's saying much, considering Lawrence's coach was fired earlier in the week and was a buffoon all season long. But 19 for 30, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. He has these. It's been sort of consistent with him since he started, Davis Mills, the neck, where you see these bright spots, these moments that make you go, okay. And then he has the horrid mistakes that make you go, Jesus, fuck, dude, what's wrong with you? And somewhere in between is hopefully where he lands. I don't know. Just trying to be positive about a team that gives you almost nothing to be positive about on a week-to-week basis. It's just, even when I can watch, I have to half watch. I really have to have my phone handy in case something like embarrassing happens on the screen, because there's a new thing for me called being Texans triggered. Now, everybody that's a diehard sports fan knows that, your team loses, you can be in a bit of a mood. Your people might get a little annoyed with you, your wife, your husband, your kids, whatever, because you're bitchy after we get stomped on. If you're a Texans fan, this is Houston. God left this place a long time ago, and you're used to that. With the Texans where they're at now, it's not that when they lose I'm triggered. It's when they do something on the field that's so inexplicably stupid that I'm ashamed that I'm spending my human life minutes watching them pretend to play football. I get Texans triggered. And it happens many times each game. So I really have to have my phone out. And even if I see Davis drop back and look like he's about to do something stupid, I zone out. It's like in a scary movie. When you know the jump scare is coming, you know the grandma's about to crawl down the stairs upside down like a spider monkey, and an inverted spider monkey, as it were. And so you close your eyes. You cover your eyes. My phone is my version of that for Texans triggering. When I get Texans triggered during Texans games, because we are Texans and this is Houston and God left this place a long time ago. It's just a mess out there on the field. 3-11, 3 wins. Somehow, there are 2 teams in this league worse than us still. And I mean, it's really saying something about the NFL at this point. That the Houston Texans aren't just the dead ringer for shittiest franchise in the league. It's amazing. And I mean, it was the thing going into Sunday that we all knew was going to be sad about this AFC South matchup. The Jags are right there with us. They're just as embarrassing, and they've had just as much, I'm doing air quotes here, promise over the last several years that's led to just as much disappointment. And even, I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again, even with the embarrassment of having to fire Urban Meyer, at least they did something wildly entertaining for several weeks. At least they did something wildly irresponsible in the offseason of giving him a 5-year contract. We have David Culley. I've never been more bored in my fucking life. I just struggle to care about this team at all. I don't want to watch Rex Burkhead and David Johnson and Royce Freeman. Brandon Cooks is our guy. I mean, he looks solid. 7 receptions, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 14.6 per catch. That's fucking good. But that's kind of, I guess Philip Dorsett's all right. But do we have to? How many more? 2 more games or something? We're so close. I just want it to end. I don't want to talk about him anymore. Who do we have this week? Chargers. Chargers favored by 9.5. I'm betting the Chargers to cover that on MyBookie.ag using the code BTC when I sign up for that 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000. Stipulations apply. Yeah, no, we're not covering 9.5. Not on the, I mean, we're at home. Yeah, we're still not covering 9.5. I'm taking that. And then what? Next week we've got the 49ers. They're also 8-6. We're playing an 8-6 team this week. And then the week after that, we close out with the Titans on the 9th of January, and then it's over. And then we can all just focus on the Rockets and the upcoming Astros season and whatever the hell else the sports world has to offer. As long as it's not the Houston Texans, we will all be better off. 3 more weeks, folks. We can do this. Stay strong. I know it's hard out there. I know it hurts. I know your heart has had to take too much pain over the past several years. I know you're embarrassed. I'm with you. You are not alone. Stay strong. Today's episode is also brought to you by Bird Dogs. Bird Dogs making the most comfortable shorts in the world with the built-in underwear you know and love. For living life and making love, it's like, why wear shorts with underwear when you can wear even better shorts with built-in underwear, thus creating less laundry, thus saving the planet, thus making you a hero who is also better looking and more comfortable. Bird Dogs, you silly bastard, but did you know they make pants as well for these winter months when it's cold? Pants for work, pants for play, pants for golf, and their new joggers are next level comfortable. I'm a huge joggers guy. I love joggers, and the Bird Dogs joggers are some of my favorite I have ever worn. They're so comfortable. I can wear them to sleep, wake up in them, go work out in them, and then if I don't care about smelling, I can go about the rest of my day. Fuck it. Sometimes that's the way you have to roll. Honestly, Bird Dogs have always been some of my favorite shorts and pants in terms of comfort, but their new stuff is next level. It's incredible. It's like the quality has gotten better. I'm telling you folks, Bird Dogs, and what's more, for being a can banger, when you use the code BTC, as in banging the can, at checkout on birddogs.com. Bird Dogs is giving away free whistling footballs like the Nerf football you grew up with. But it's a Bird Dogs whistling football. When you throw it through the air, it's like, what a present. What a way to close out the holidays. This holiday season, use code BTC when you check out on birddogs.com to support banging the can and get yourself a pair of the most comfortable shorts or pants in the world with the built-in underwear that you need to feel on your person, your testicles, and dick. Yeah. I hope you all have a great holiday season. I am extremely excited to get with my family. We've got Rockets-Bucks tonight. Bucks favored by 9.5 in that one. Rockets-Pacers tomorrow. That should be good. Thursday, December 23rd, Rockets-Pacers. And then on Christmas Day, great lineup of games, none of which we will be involved in, which means you can just go bet on MyBookie.ag, use the code BTC to support the show, and get some gambling done with me. Always bet responsibly, of course. Our next game after Christmas will not be until the 27th when we play the Hornets. Lots to look forward to with the Rockets. Stoked to see this team continue to take shape. this team. Did I say teen? I hope not. That was not a Freudian slip. It may not have even been a slip. I can't run it back right here. I'd have to like rewind, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to roll because fuck it. But stay safe out there, folks. Enjoy your holiday season. I will be back soon. Follow us everywhere at Banging the Can on Twitter, at Banging the Can on TikTok, at Banging the Can on Instagram. Share the show with all your Houston sports friends and family this holiday season. Whether you're back home in Houston for the holidays or you're traveling abroad, the Texans, Rockets, Astros, former Comets, now Dash and Dynamo fan in your life needs to know that Ross Bolen is here each and every week discussing the latest and greatest in Houston sports for and with you on Banging the Can. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, at Banging the Can. I'm Ross Bolen, at WR Bolen, at WRBOLEN on Twitter and Instagram. Boss Rollin' on TikTok for clips of me gaming. I'm a big gamer, love gaming. Twitch.tv/Boss Rollin' to watch me game live. Mostly playing Apex Legends and a lot of the Halo Infinite, the new Halo lately. I grew up on Halo, so I'm loving the reboot. It's been a ton of fun. Here at Bolen Media, my little 4-person company in Austin, Texas, startup. We're a couple years deep. We've survived the bulk of the pandemic, I think, and are rolling towards 2022, looking to bring a lot more content to you. And we've started out by launching a new F1 podcast. If you're an F1 fan, the brand is Formula Bone. The podcast is Formula Bone F1 Show, available wherever you listen to Banging the Can. Follow at Formula Bone on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for all your F1 needs. The host is Jared Borislow, my number 2 guy here at Bolen Media. I'm the number 1 guy. He is the number 2 guy, and he's my co-host on the Ross Bolen podcast, our comedy show, and he does a phenomenal job with all his F1 coverage. New episode of the Formula Bone F1 show out now. Go listen wherever you listen to Banging the Can. Go listen to the Ross Bolen podcast. And if you love TV and movies, we discuss the best shows and movies every week on Oysters, Clams, and Cockles, our TV and film podcast here at Bolen Media. So make sure you subscribe to that as well. It's hosted by myself with my best friend of 20 years, Mr. Barrett Dudley, who is also Houstonian and a huge Astros, Rockets, and Texans fan as well. For those of you who love TV and movies. Oysters, Clams, and Cockles. Thank you again for being here with us. Thank you again for listening to Banging the Can. Since we launched, we're only 7 episodes, 8, 10 episodes? I don't even know, man. I'm just big stoked for sports. If you haven't followed us on social media or seen any of our clips, you haven't seen any of our studio decorations, which have continued to evolve over the past several weeks. I've had a big collection of sports bobbleheads and memorabilia that I've built up over the years, and I'm excited to continue displaying it for all of you. We also keep getting more and more art sent to us by listeners and fans that we're going to be displaying in the studio during episodes as well, which you can see in clips on TikTok and Instagram and on Twitter at Banging the Can as well. So that is the last thing I'll say. I'll let you go. I love keeping these short and sweet, right about the 20-minute mark, trying to let y'all get in your Houston sports updates when you're in traffic or taking a shower or brushing your teeth while you're shitting or whatever you do. So here's to 2022. I'm probably going to get a couple more shows in before then, but I'm just going to keep saying that regardless. We're excited. It's the holidays. Let's go. Let's go. I'm Ross Bolen. Until next time, H-Town, stay down.